Hi, Internet. Welcome to the Troyan YouTube channel. It is Thin Lizzy Thursday. Apologies for the lighting being a bit off. We are hit with a big snowstorm here in Nashville. Well, as big of a snowstorm as we get in Nashville. And there's rumors about the power potentially being out for a couple days. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But, recording this while I can, while I'm still able to record Thin Lizzy Thursday. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a great week. Got some flurries out there. Maybe it's because I finished reading all the Frozen novels over the course of the last month. But I'm definitely very much appreciating having shelter, having a place to live, having food. Just really appreciating the fact that I am lucky enough to have a house. Just very appreciative of what I have. So energy's good, feeling good today, and I'm excited for Thin Lizzy Thursday. So this week, as per the new normal, I don't know what we're gonna get until I fire up the random song generator. So I'm excited because I don't know what song we're gonna get. We've got 208 songs left on the list. Last week we did a Black Star Rider song, and there was a bit of controversy. A lot of negative feedback on the song, on including the song, and not just. I don't just post it on YouTube. It's on YouTube, but I also share it in some Thin Lizzy Facebook groups. And so there was some combative comments, not just in the YouTube comment section. The comment section is mostly the regulars, but some of the people in the Thin Lizzy groups got a little bit combative. But I think that's fun and encourages discussion, and that's really what I want to do with Thin Lizzy Thursdays. Encourage the group discussion. I want to hear everyone's opinions on whatever song we're doing. So this week, I was starting a new tradition of saying what I hope it's going to be. Something that sort of encompasses the winter weather. Perhaps I can't think of something off the top of my head, but I've like I said, I was reading the Frozen novels and watching a little bit of Rocky IV and the snowstorm, so I'm feeling something wintry, perhaps. But I don't know. Let's fire up the random song generator and see what we get this week. Oh, yeah. Nice! Oh man, we got gold today, baby. We got gold. Oh yeah, this is excellent news. You already know what we're doing because you saw the title of the video. But man, this is freaking great. This is such good news. We're doing Bad Habits off Thunder and Lightning. Oh yes. This is awesome. I am pulling this up right now. So, Thunder and Lightning is the final proper Thin Lizzy album. So it's the last album, the last studio album with Phil. And it's the last recorded Thin Lizzy music Phil made while he was alive. The dedication song is sort of the final Thin Lizzy single, but this was the last collection of songs as an album for Thin Lizzy. And it's a bit of a controversial one in the fan base because a lot of people don't like how it's loved by a lot of people because it's heavier, it's more metal than a lot of their stuff. It's their heaviest album. But, some people don't like it because they think that, John Sykes was shredding too much and it doesn't fit with the Thin Lizzy sound. They don't like Darren Warden's keyboards. And there are a number of fans who think this is some of the band's best material. And then there are a bunch of people who think, it's not up to par with their old stuff. But this song in particular is a song off the album that sort of has the classic Thin Lizzy sound and style. And so it's sort of like an an oddball out on the album because it sounds like old school Lizzy, doesn't sound like the rest of the album. Um, but this is generally favorably reviewed by fans as a great deep cut, which I agree with. So I'm just gonna go over here, grab my water bottle, and yeah, let's freaking dig into Bad Habits by Thin Lizzy. Yeah, this is gonna be a great one. Let's do it. Yeah, so right away, that's just this album is considered like an '80s metal album, but right away you've just got this great old school classic rock boogie. Also, once again, apologies for the lighting. I'm realizing it's not looking that good this week, but wanted to make sure I was able to get it. Even do a Thin Lizzy Thursday this week. But yeah, just that's old school classic rock boogie, which is it's a great refreshing change of pace for this album because the rest of it is so 80s metal, and this is just great classic rock, but still with some of the guitar tone and production of the rest of the album. So yeah, let's get rewind, get back to it. I see you walking down the street with another man. Girl, you look shocking. I see you walking down the street with another hand held in the stocking. Boys will be boys, girls will be trouble, and I'm a man with bad habits. I see you walking down the town with another girl, and then I had to have it. Bad habits. Bad habits. Bad habits. Yeah, so I'm going to definitely rewind it here and get back to it. But let's take a look at these lyrics. So, this doesn't seem to be accurate, the lyrics I'm looking at right now. Apologies for that. Let's see. So, musically, you had those great classic Thin Lizzy harmony guitar riff. That's a great addition to it. Got cowbell, so a lot of great classic rock swagger. And let's take a look at these lyrics. I seen you walking down the street with another man. Girl, you're really shocking. I seen you walking down the street with another hand held in your stockings. Boys will be boys and girls will be trouble, and I'm a man with bad habits. I seen you walking down the town with another girl. Man, I had to have it. So, lyrically, it's just it's fun wordplay, but this isn't necessarily as much telling a story as other Lizzy songs. And truth be told, whenever I listen to this song, I actually don't really think too much about the lyrics. I'm more just caught in just the fun atmosphere of it. So I've never done a proper lyrical analysis of it. But interesting vocal by Phil in that you got this '80s reverb on the vocal. And you've got, once again, sort of like this '80s hard rock production, but it's a very, '70s sounding song. So, very cool part of the catalog. I'm going to rewind and we'll get back to it. And pausing before we get to that transition. So, what I love about this piece is that it shows that Thin Lizzy, in their heyday, really had a Thin Lizzy sound. The way that AC/DC has a sound, or Pink Floyd has a sound, Thin Lizzy definitely has a sound. And the fact that they can do a song like this, which is only like a few years removed from their classic era, their classic sound, the fact that this is a throwback, but not in the way that like a lot of '70s bands or '80s bands, they'll do like an album, um, 20 years later, and they'll have some songs that sound like their old stuff. This is only like 4 or 5 years removed from their classic era, and still having that classic sound. And I'm saying like I'm counting Black Rose as classic era, so still having that classic Thin Lizzy sound. It's just it's a really, it has great groove, great energy to it, and lyrically it's basically about just about how a relationship can be a bad habit, and how like you can't stay away from this person. Well, boys will be boys and girls will be trouble, and I'm a man with bad habits. I seen you walking down the town with another man, and girl, I had to have it. You and I, we should meet. Yeah, you and I, we should get together. Me and you and I should meet in the rain and stormy weather. So I was like, hey girl, let's get together. You're my bad habit, I'm your bad habit, but let's get together and be bad for each other, essentially. But really great vocal performance from Phil. He's really selling the material, belting at the right notes, showing the right emotion, and so it's interesting. Dream Sketcher, who comments on a lot of the videos, talks about how Phil has vocals that are more laid back than the music. This is kind of the opposite of it, where Phil's vocals are maybe more energetic than the music, but I think it's working together super well. And we're about to get to a transition, so I'm going to rewind just a hair and we'll get back to it. Yeah, just man, freaking tasty, tasty guitar solo. Just it's freaking awesome. It's just this is just a song that just has a really great vibe and just feels good. And this is one where you really feel Scott Gorham's influence on the track. There was an old guitar player of mine, and we don't get along, and we're no longer friends, and it's disappointing because I don't like having fallen outs with people, but that happens. That's part of life. But I remember he had some hilarious commentary on this album, and he was basically saying like, "What is Scott Gorham even doing on this album? Like, he doesn't need to be there because this former guitar player of mine had a huge ego, thought that he only needed to be in a one guitar band, didn't believe in the concept of two guitar bands, because like, if you're just a good enough guitar player, all you need is a harmonizer pedal." But he because John Sykes is such a more technical player and can just outplay Scott Gorham by a wide margin. He's like, oh, does Scott even need to show up? But this is showing that while you have a player like Sykes who can outplay Scott, there's still emotion and swagger and attitude, charisma, personality that Scott brings to the material, and he's showcasing it very well on this track. It's just really, really excellent. And I love Sykes too. I think they're both great guitar players, and just they're great in different ways. And this is one where you're really feeling the Scott Gorham influence on the track. I think he co-wrote this one. So yeah, just great, great stuff. And let's rewind just a hair.
Boys will be boys, and girls will be trouble. I'm a man of bad habits. I seen you walking down the street with another girl. Oh man, I had to have it. I know it gets you in your brain. Sometimes it dribbles and it goes in your vein. I tell you this boy is insane. This boy's got bad habits. You and I should meet. You and I, we should get together. You and I, you know we should meet. Hey baby, take it out, take it home,
Yeah, really great vocals from Phil. The production is really fun on this track, and just the way the vocals and the reverb, you got that echo and how they're intertwining with each other. It's a lot of fun, but it's a really great vocal performance. Just this is a song that shows that like you can just have this groovy little rock song, and it's just excellent. I love it. I love it. Yeah, oh man, that is freaking great. I'm so happy we got this one. Yeah, this is just a highlight of the album, a highlight of the catalog, a great deep cut. Yeah, I freaking love this one. So, wrap up thoughts. It's difficult to articulate why I think this is so great because in many ways it's a lot simpler than other Lizzie songs. It's not telling really a deep narrative, and musically it's pretty straightforward, but it just makes you feel good. And once again, I think the fact that it came out at the end of their career and it's this like little it's like this little love letter to the old school era of the band on their final album. It's just mwah. Chef's kiss, S rank, love it, love it, love it. Was so excited to get it. And this kind of works with the wintry theme because thunder and lightning. You got that desolate wasteland. Might be cold there. Or wait, no, that's a volcano. Is that a volcano? Oh man, I don't remember if that's a volcano or not. But yeah, freaking, it's great. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let me know what you guys thought of this one in the comments down below. Do you like this song? Do you dislike the song? Opinions on Thunder and Lightning, the album. It's I'd say maybe the most divisive Lizzie album, where there's a lot of love for it, and there's also a lot of hate for it. There's like a lot of mixed response on it. So, curious as to your thoughts on the album as a whole, and thoughts on this song as it relates to the rest of the album. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to do the liking, the commenting, the subscribing, and please share it, spread the word, tell people about Thin Lizzy Thursdays, and yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. You guys have a good one. Bye, everyone.